major land initiative launched today on Grand Bahama. The local police chief says officers are on the move as two major drug busts are made in the northern Bahamas. And the PLP chairman calls for peace as candidates for two major parties are launched and as the country heads into a general election.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the Grand Bahama Development Company and the Grand Bahama Port Authority has launched a land reduction initiative that seeks revolutionized land ownership. Italia Hall explains.
President and CEO of DevCo, Graham Terode, says, due to the challenges of local property sales on Grand Bahama, DevCo has launched an initiative to assist persons with land ownership. He adds that this effort would also assist with stimulating the economy.
Valuation of all lots will be benchmarked to a local property index that will be provided by an independent third-party real estate expert. DevCo's pricing model is now data-driven and truly reflective of the sentiment of the market. By using inputs from recent transactions and set asking prices, we have seen prices in some divisions marked down by up to 40%.
Senior Manager of Sales and Commercial Development Charles Pratt says DevCo's inventory will include all of their subdivisions.
Based on demand, there will be inventory available for sale in tranches. So, for example, the first tranche of inventory will consist of 150 lots. And as that list is depleted, it is replenished to ensure that we always have 150 lots.
Pratt had this message for those who may have not been able to purchase property in the past due to the high cost of land.
Take a look again at the inventory that DevCo is offering under this new price adjustment policy and to make sure that you avail yourself of this opportunity to really become a property owner.
The senior manager is encouraging anyone that may be interested to contact their sales team at 350-9061 or visit their website at www.gbdevco.com. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Italia Hall.
Thank you, Talia. Well, now to news from the political front. There is a clarion call being made by the chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party for peace and calm to prevail as the country heads into the general election. Roberts reminded Bahamians that the Bahamas, known as a tranquil, stable country, has a reputation to uphold and warned that the world is watching.
I wish to publicly caution all campaigns to exercise self-discipline, self-control, and restraint during this campaign season. Our Bahamas has an international reputation for political stability, and I ask all involved to continue this legacy for the country's sake. We can disagree without being disagreeable or insulting, so I call for peace and calm during the election season.
The Progressive Liberal Party looking to retain the reins of governance as the party intensified its election campaign on Grand Bahama this past Friday. Joan Davis-Roll reports.
The five standard bearers for the Progressive Liberal Party all say they have what it takes not only to propel the PLP party but the country to the next level. Under the theme Put on the Whole Armor of God, Progressive Liberal Party candidates doing a special Thanksgiving service say they are ready, willing, and able to serve. In the words of international gospel recording artist Vashawn Mitchell, the PLP too say things are turning around.
It's turning around for me. No matter what happened, this is the good news about God. Because I can see the breaking of day.
I am proud to say that some $7.28 million have been injected into the East Grand Bahama constituency in water key infrastructural upgrades inclusive of the reconstruction of the government docking facility, excavation and restoration of 420 linear feet of roadway, installation of an 11,000-gallon water tank, and refurbishing of the teachers' residence as a hurricane shelter have been completed. Also completed are phase 1 of the potable water project.
Constituents of Marco City, listen to me. you want your young people to aspire to greatness, come with Norris Payne and Perry Gladstone Christie and the Progressive Liberal Party.
As the Progressive Liberal Party standard bearer for Central Grand Bahama constituency, I do not take this responsibility lightly. I am always mindful, always and constantly reminded that if you are given an opportunity to serve your fellow man, you should do it to the best of your ability. You should do all you can, for as long as you can, for as many as you can. This is my purpose for entering politics.
In short order, we will break ground for our new 62,000 square foot Freeport Community Clinic while continuing our multi-million-dollar upgrades at Durand Memorial Hospital. This was all done in just 4.5 years of governance. And we have just begun. Yes, PLPs, Grand Bahama has gone through the devastating storm, endured the flood and the rains. But tonight, I can boldly declare that because God is faithful, we will once again persevere and come out as pure 24-karat gold.
It's turning around! Turning around! Praise God, I should be a head and not the tail!
Let's tell the story. It wasn't the PLP who brought 6,000 Chinese to New Providence. It wasn't the PLP. We weren't the government. When we left in 2007, we left for an American company to come in. They messed it up. They changed the game. They brought the 6,000 Chinese. The devil is a liar. We have work to do. We got people to lift up. We got a country to make greater. And yes, Mr. Chairman, you can best assured that we will stay cool, we will stay calm, and we will stay elected. PLP!
Joan Davis Rowe, ZNS Network News.
Well, meantime, the Free National Movement candidates sharing their plans for Grand Bahama during a special event on Friday night. Sabrina Brown has more.
The Free National Movement pulling out all the stops on Grand Bahama as the party presented its 5 candidates who will carry its banner in the general election on this northern island. The night was filled with entertainment by local and international recording artists.
I just can't feel. Somebody real! What you do? Hold your feet to the fire. Hold your feet to the fire. Come on!
One by one, the F&M candidates told supporters why they are the agents who will bring about change on this island. Deputy Leader Peter Turnquest is the party's standard bearer in East Grand Bahama.
Over the last 5 years, as the Member of Parliament for East Grand Bahama, we have had the opportunity to serve the residents of our community. We have assisted individuals and groups with food vouchers, utility assistance, hurricane relief, groceries, water, and roofing materials. The F&M is the only viable option to restore the economy and develop new opportunities for Grand Bahama.
Architect Iram Lewis is representing the party in Central Grand Bahama, journalist Bakisha Etchcombe in West Grand Bahama and Bimini.
I have, without hesitation, decided that my mandate for this election season is not just about empowering people, but also making this so much a part of my constituency that each constituent at the end of the day is reminded that they are good enough to own what rightfully theirs as a member of Central Grand Bahama and Grand Bahama.
West Grand Bahama and Bimini. I envision for our community a place in which we all will soar, a place where our children are pressed to dream big, a place where development thrives and entrepreneurship is the order of the day. As a community, we are poised for further development that will truly result in our people being the benefactors.
Playwright and motivational speaker Michael Pentard is the party's candidate for Marco City. Reverend Frederick McAlpine is carrying the F&M's banner in Pine Ridge.
This team in Marco City traveled throughout Grand Bahama assisting persons. We never asked, what was your political persuasion before we rendered assistance? It was irrelevant. And we didn't bother to preach the gospel according to the Free National Movement either. It was about seeking to affect lives that were badly affected by Hurricane Matthew, and some persons were suffering long before. The F&M is fundamentally different than those other guys.
The F&M sought a preacher's preacher, one who believed in mending broken hearts, setting the captive free, opening blind eyes, and bringing deliverance to those who are bound.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us, there is more news right after this.